Hey, my black pill brothers, back again, and this is probably a follow-up to the video I just did. Now, Pimp God sent me the bat signal, and he's confirming what I said about what I've heard old school pimps say over the past 20, 30 years. And he's just using his own experiences with Bella to confirm it. And he compares that to his girlfriends, to his black girlfriends. And the thing is, I said that a white woman will allow you to pimp and black women will make you pimp. And he's going through the differences between the mother of his children and his newfound partner, which is Bella, which is white. So the video is called Becky Will Allow You to Pimp. And he's pretty much paralleling the same thing I said, and same thing that Laura, the white girl, said on Shay Sade. The difference between black women and white women, and there's also the difference in how black women see black men versus how white women see men. Period. Because it's not just a black man; they do the same thing for any man that they're with. Like when a black woman is acquiring a black man, I'm not saying what she does for any other man. I'm sure there's elements that sneak through when it comes to another man, other group of men. I'm sure that the same element sneaks through, and that's probably why white men don't stay and Latin men don't stay, because that is a feature of who they are. That you can't get away from your basic in-out system, right? Your BIOS. Whatever that BIOS is, it's hard to get away from it. And they've been socialized to deal with black men as the black community deals with black men, which is as a resource, as something to be used. And how black women approach black men is the opposite of how white women approach men, period. Black women are looking for you to assist them in their life. They're looking for you to make their life easier. And that's something that I said in my last video. They're looking for a man to get on their program. In fact, should have recorded it. I was listening to Clubhouse. I don't even know how I got on the Clubhouse. And the first black channel I picked, there was a black woman screaming about not getting on a black man's program. Literally not getting on a black man's program. And you couldn't, I wish I'd recorded it. You can't make this shit up. And then the whole group was going up against this guy and agreeing with her that black men have to bring value to black women for them to comply, for them to actually cooperate. Whereas the white woman, in what Pimp God is saying, is that white woman coming at it from a different angle. They look to bring value to your life, to assist you in your life. It's the opposite. It's the complete opposite. That is the patriarchal lean. Even though white women and white feminists rail against the patriarchy, they still are trained to do it, still trained to serve inside of it. They're looking to assist you. And the first thing she said is that the white woman said, first thing that Bella told him, I'm looking to help you. I'm looking to get on board your mission. How can I help you? Instead of singing to Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately? Black women make you pimp. You got to prove something to them. You have to sell them on something. You got to make sure that they stay in line. You got to make sure that they're happy. You got to, all these different things where a white woman will allow you to pimp. She's trying to help you pimp. She's trying to help you do things. She's trying to help you build. She's trying to make your life easier. She's looking to bring value to your life instead of looking to pull value out of you. Seems like a very simple correlation, right? But it's not. completely different worldview. And as black men get around other groups of women and get around other nationalities, just going outside the country, they're starting to notice how the rest of the world works outside of this gynocracy we call the black community. So that little insight, those little connections, you make all these little connections. Even good when Pimp God even went into Dr. Johnson's masculinities class where he had women that were not black, they were Latina and white, signing up for his masculinity class. When he asked them why, it's because they wanted to understand their boyfriends and be an assistance to their life. The black women that got into Dr. Johnson's class just wanted an easy grade. I was listening to the author of the paper about how black women feel about black male unemployment, and they're interviewed by two women, which I thought was kind of strange, but two black women, and the mommying and the derision and the downgrading of black men, even while we're talking about something that black men needed assistance. There was no talk about how they were. The black women never talked about how they were going to assist black men. They never did. The whole derision was that black men were beneath that and beneath them, and how black men need to step up and get jobs or find something that they could do to assist black women. Not how they were actually going to help them. It was never about helping them. It's about mommying them and telling them what they needed to do. And if you look at all the programs that start out trying to assist black boys, because that's where the need is, every single one of them wants to get taken over and include black girls. I got a brother, he's been doing an academy for black boys. God, it's got to be 20 years, at least 20 years. Yeah, in fact, it is 20 years. Because when I met him, he had already been a year or two into it. So it's been over 20 years that he's got a private black academy for black boys. You can't believe the problems he has with women trying to push girls into his academy. Even though there's a stark need to assist black boys to make this community whole, to put it on the right foot. This kind of thought comes from the slave cabin and from the slave master. Black men are only as good as their value to you. And if they're not valuable to you, they should be discarded. Whether that's for emotional support, for sex, or for labor. Like I think I was showing this video about this dude that just got out of prison, and he's with this humongous 400-pound black girl, and she's treating him like a pet or a little kid because she wants control of him. Because her having control of him, her showing him off because he is fit, is an assistance to her. Not about getting him a job, not about getting him off the slide, not about assisting him in progressing his life. No, it's about controlling him and keeping him under her thumb. And that's what I found with black women. They're always trying to get a resource out of you. And what Warren Lance was saying, what Pimp God is saying is every single black woman I ever had, you had to basically, they make you pimp. They never just do something for you. They never just assist you. Now, every now and then in the beginning, they're going to try to prove their worth, right? They're going to try to give you a reason to acquire them. But after that, they're not trying to help you. It was always a barter system. And the key is, I will only help you if you marry me. I will only help you if I'm going to get something out of it. I'm only going to help you if I have a guarantee that I'm going to get something out of it. Either get something up front or I need a guarantee. It was always to maintain some kind of control. I was listening to my co-host on my women's channel, Ash, was saying about Tia Mowry. I had always assumed that she was divorcing her husband is because he wasn't successful. He wasn't further along in his career enough. And she got tired of carrying him. I said, that's what I had assumed with him because I really didn't know who he was as far as his career. Come to find out, it was the exact opposite. In fact, his career was starting to grow. In fact, his career was starting to expand. He was starting to get more roles and making more money. And as soon as I heard that, I said, oh, He started saying no, didn't he? In other words, he wasn't the submissive, supported husband, a supportive man that she married, that she could control. All of a sudden, he had a career of his own, and she had to take a back seat to his. And so what did she do? Instead of working it out with him, you married to the guy for 13 years, you got 2 kids, he's just starting to get his career going to where it's going to be a success, and you divorce him for what? At 42 years old, you divorce him. For what? Because you can't get your way. I know she's mixed, but there's a whole lot of black girl in here doing the same stuff, which is not surprising because I saw the same thing with mixed girls. I'm hating black men to date outside their race, which is another video I played, but I'm going to investigate the Tia Mowry thing because, like I said, I'm black. I assume that she divorced a black man for every other reason that black women divorce black men is because they're not good enough, right? Or they deemed they're not good enough. I didn't expect it to be the other reason that black women and black men split up is because all of a sudden they don't have control over you anymore. That is shocking. Like a pimp God says, Becky allows you to pimp. Keisha makes you pimp. I think I'll put that in the title. That sounds better. Anyhow, I just want to drop that. And the link to Pimp God's video is in the description. Please go check him out and please go give it a like. And if you haven't, give him a 2-week trial subscription. Go ahead and subscribe to him for 2 weeks. If you're not satisfied in the production or satisfied in the product, then unsubscribe. Take your subscribe back at no charge. With that, I'm jump off here. This is BGS out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.